So what I'm going to play here is actually from 2018.
Precis. Så jag startade det this main days almost nice in from sisters and so this is
So this is much more common now, but at the time, this clip really challenged a lot of my peers. They were creeped out by it, but this is a generative version of my voice using sample RNN to generate new phrases in my speech. And when I heard that clip, I've spent 30,000 hours exploring my voice, and there are new phrases in there. There's a new use of my tool. It's kind of jumping from me, but also isn't me. That's interesting. Wow, this can lead to new creation. But pretty much universally, when I shared that clip with the people around me, they hated it. It made them feel uncomfortable. They felt like I was buying into something that was unwholesome. And I think it really homages some early photography where people thought your soul was being stolen by being in a photograph. So I've always seen opportunity in this tech, and I think the more that you become an expert, the smaller the pool of your reference. So I believed I could be challenged by this. So I started to generate large data sets of my voice, which I used to train a number of models. And it wasn't long afterwards that Bell Labs reached out about being part of the EAT program, which is a very old program which pioneered in new media collaboration. And they invited me to this space, which used to be called the room where sound goes to die. It used to be the quietest room in the world, but here you see one of my idols, which is John Cage, experimenting with sound in this space. This was also the laboratory that did the very first computational speech, Singing Daisy Bell, which was a performance that Arthur C. Clarke, from the quote at the beginning, attended, which inspired HAL in 2001: Space Odyssey. So this room, I was challenged to write a voice-based duet using machine learning. How would I approach that? And I approached it as a creative director with this oppositional relationship. So this was me in the space, and I was very interested in not only generating new phrases from my voice, new sentiments, but what was a way to predict or explore how we might collaborate with machines moving forward. And I really like the idea of self-owned data sets, things that you have complete control over. I also was interested in not a humanoid AI. I think when it comes to creating experiences around this technology, you have to be very careful with the trigger of replacement versus re-embodiment. And I think whenever I divine or embody new voices, I'm always interested in a visualization that is not human. So the clip I'm going to show you is a conflicting, duetting, collaborative experience where I wrote and performed with what I call a second self. So what was interesting about this piece is it's effectively an art film with a research background, but this ended up being shown at World Economic Forum, United Nations, a series of film festivals around the world, art festivals, and it hit this like interesting point where art and experience can lead to new people thinking about these ideas. And this is where this idea of being strategic with storytelling comes in. I think it's so fair to argue what is the artist's role in innovation, but I think this is a key idea that I keep coming back to, is the tech itself and the innovation doesn't have the same ability to create empathy and connection that storytelling does. And there is a desperate need for the best and most important stories of today, the most important knowledge, to have an experiential expression.